Je vais donc devoir aller. Quelle heure est-il? Il est, il est, il est 21h20. Autrement dire, 9 p.m. 9, 20. Ah non, 10 p.m. 20. J'essaye de te parler. C'est toi, tu ne réponds pas. Il n'y a personne qui m'écoute. De toute façon, vous êtes que des nuls. Des pauvres. Des nuls. Si pour une fois, j'ai écouté l'histoire parce que bon.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. And when at last he found blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Cela déclencha instantanément une colère brûlante. Il appela Sam et lui demanda « Qu'est-ce que tu viens de dire ?» Mais Sam affirma qu'il n'avait rien.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
les empêchant ainsi d'être touchés. Ils sont rentrés à la maison sans bouger. La mère leur ordonna immédiatement de s'agenouiller. Elle leur demanda de réciter leur prière. Après avoir confirmé qu'il n'était pas possédé par le monstre, ce n'est qu'à ce moment-là qu'elle retira soigneusement son bébé. Rapidement,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
alimentaire,
Stanley
la mère
decided to go to the
décide
meeting
de
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nolan s'y opposa aussitôt, car il considérait le chien comme faisant partie de la famille. Cependant, la mère ne lui laissa
When
aucun
Stanley
choix.
came to a
Après
set
avoir
of
obtenu
two
l'accord
open doors,
classique de
he
Sam,
entered the
elle
door on
ignora
his
les
left.
explications de Nolan et emmena le chien au solarium. Juste avant qu'elle ne passe à l'acte, Nolan arriva soudain devant la porte, un machette à la main. Le film s'appelle Chaque fois qu'ils sortent, ils attachent une corde de 10 mètres à leur taille, simplement parce que leur mère le leur a
Stanley
dit.
stepped
Le
into
monde
the broom
extérieur a
closet,
été
but there
détruit
was
depuis
nothing
longtemps.
here.
Les
So he
humains se
turned
sont
around,
transformés
coming to
en
a staircase.
la seule
Stanley
chose qui
walked
peut les
upstairs
protéger,
to
ce
his
sont les
boss's
pieds et
office.
les 3 cordes sacrées reliées aux vibrations. Chaque jour, avant de partir, leur mère leur faisait répéter.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle
Il a
surprise.
même chassé un kangourou. Cependant, Nolan, lui, n'avait presque rien trouvé. Il avait réussi à grimper sur un grand arbre, mais fut déçu de découvrir que l'œuf dans le nid était déjà éclos. Il redescendit de l'arbre, désespéré. Il s'apprêtait à repartir lorsqu'il heurta accidentellement un autre œuf. Enthousiasme. Mais la corde n'était pas assez longue.
Bon bah si vous avez aimé la vidéo, c'est une bonne vidéo, abonnez-vous, lâchez un like et tout le reste. Et j'en ai plus rien à faire, je fais comme le narrateur, voilà, le narrateur de ce jeu, je vous retrouve après. Et